This life is essentially one big invitation to know God, to know Jesus Christ, to know the Holy Spirit. However, that response is totally up to us as individuals, whether we want to come unto Christ as He gives to us in Matthew chapter 11, verses 29 and 30, or if we want to do something different. But if you want to respond, if it's your desire to come unto Christ, then there are 4 points that will help you to do that. Number 1 is you have to not be afraid to come into the light. That when you come before the Father, that you are willing to be totally transparent before Him and own everything that you have done, to not be afraid to do so. And point number 2 is you'll find Jesus when you're about His Father's business. Just as when Joseph and Mary lost Jesus when He was 12 years old, and they came to Him in the temple and Jesus responded, "Didn't you know that I needed to be about my Father's business?" That's where we will find Him. I want you to take time every day to ask God, what is at least one thing I can do to serve you today? How can I show your love to someone else? And point number 3, we need to be willing to follow through. If we are going to come to the Father, if we're going to ask, if we're going to seek, and we're going to knock, then we need to be able to respond when we receive, when we find, and when it's open unto us. And that last point is that we need to find time to be still. Think of Moses and Jesus and Nephi and how many men and women were called up to the mountain to be alone with God. That is what He desires for us, to take time every day. And depending on how you respond to points 1 through 3 is how far you're going to be able to go up that mountain. How will you respond? Will we be the children of God that God has called us to be? Or we choose a different path?